So welcome, my name is Dr. Jackie Malone and I am the School of Human and Health Sciences Director for International Student Experience, and I'm here today with Juliet, who's one of our MSc Nursing students, who is, I'm very grateful, you're going to tell us a little bit about your experience in coming to Huddersfield and studying here. So welcome and thank you for joining me. Juliet, I wonder if to start with, you just tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, and a little bit about the course you're studying.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Jackie, for having me here. Thank you for the opportunity, I must say. Like you've mentioned before, I'm Juliet and I'm from Nigeria. I had a background in microbiology, BSc, before coming into the UK to study nursing. And I'm in my first year at the minute, Masters in Nursing, pre-registration as it is called, leading to registration at the end of the 2 years. Nursing has been a very good course. Like, I'm enjoying it so far.
Okay, thank you. And had you, we can talk a little bit more about the course in a moment, but had you visited the UK before? Had you studied in the UK before, or was this all new for you?
I have visited in the UK. I came in, that's in 2018, with spouse dependent visa. But to be honest, this is my first time studying in the foreign country. Okay. So it's quite different from what it is back then at home, you know.
Okay. And so you've travelled here with your partner?
He was here. I joined him in 2018. So when I came in, I started working as a carer. Then I picked in more interest in care. So I decided to go in for nursing. And there was this little bit of misunderstanding that we didn't quite get clear back then in Nigeria. We do believe that you have to have a first degree in nursing or nursing related courses before you can come into the UK to study nursing. So when I emailed the school, I got a little bit more clarification about that. What you need to do, what the requirements were to come in to study nursing, and I decided to apply, and here I am studying nursing in Huddersfield.
Okay, thank you. And that's useful to know, I suppose, for applicants, that they can always ask their regional office. So we have a regional office in Nigeria. You can have a look at our university web pages or ask our international office directly. You can make a query through our international pages on our website. And if in doubt, the people at the international office can always ask the staff in the school for clarification. So your course is one that is a master's of nursing, so you hold a bachelor's degree already, but it is, as you said, a pre-registration course. So when you complete it, you'll be allowed to work as a nurse in the UK. Okay. So how did you find settling into your course here at Huddersfield?
Settling into my course. At the minute, right, I would say I'm enjoying my course, but that hasn't been the case at the start. When I started, it seems quite difficult. I was overwhelmed, like I didn't know what to do. There were just loads of stuff that needed doing on Brightspace. I didn't know where to start from. But there were lots of support systems that were available at that time that helped me coped anyway. Among those support systems were drop-in sections that the school normally does for international students. I came into one of the sections with Pearl, a lady Pearl Lampety. After then, I often attend her sections to see what I need to gain. So in the first section that I attended, I told her my complaint, what my worries were, where I needed help. She was able to like put me through things that I needed to do. One thing first, where I needed to start from, who I need to turn to when I needed support. Going back to Brightspace, there was a course called, a module called Flying Start that had loads of information on what I needed to do, how I need to get things, the support that were available to me as an international student. And with that, I was able to get all the needed support and I was on my face and things were rolling well for me. And when I kickstarted, it's really not as difficult as it seems. It's just that I didn't access the needed information at first. That's why I felt it was difficult. So with all the information, putting them in place, ticking my boxes, I was there, bubbling, enjoying my course, and I am here today saying I'm happy to study in University of Huddersfield, really.
That's wonderful, thank you. And I imagine a lot of students will that will feel very familiar to a lot of people, and a lot of our students, whether you're a home student or an international student, the first couple of weeks can feel quite overwhelming. There's a lot of new information. It may well be a very different style of study to perhaps what you might have been used to before. We have systems like you mentioned, Brightspace, which is our virtual learning environment where all your module information is, but also your Flying Start information, your personal academic tutor information. So there's a lot of information there to navigate your way around. So I imagine, the things that you say will resonate with many people. But the real reassuring thing there is just take your time and seek the support and access the support that's available. As you mentioned, we have drop-ins regularly for international students. Personal Academic Tutor is a great source of support, as well as other course resources.
It was really of great help as well, but because I remember the first write-up that I did, coming from Nigerian background, and where our studies wasn't online like here. So everything was basically online, no access to anyone. You're not seeing anybody with the COVID of a thing. So, but my part is stepped in wholly. Like after doing all my write-up, I'll email him. He will take his time out, have a read through for me, make a red mark, make a comment with red writing on the part that I needed to work on, things that I needed to take out, things that I needed to replace. And I was working along with my part so well that I felt, oh God, this is so good for me. So when my results were coming out at the end of the first 3-month sections that we did everything, I was very happy. And I kept feeding him back like, oh, we did this together. And when I got the result, it's so nice. We did this. And then, like, he's there. Like I said to you, before I drop in these sections, now I had a meeting with him as well. So my part has been there, academic development skill team, they've been there, even though I didn't have to use ASDT because my part was always on ground for me. Some point I use Pearl as well because some of my work I emailed her, she will have a read go for me and she'll feed me back like, okay, you need to work on this part, you need to work on this part. And access to the library was a great thing that helped me as well. When I find it so hard at home, like I can't really concentrate because the noise, the environment, and I go on campus, I find the library so quiet and every material that I needed, they were there. I could access everything. I could even call on the library attendant, like, I need help with this. Can you help? They'll fish what you need for you, and it's there on your deck at your service. They were just there to help you, and like everybody's there to give you the support that you need. But you just need to ask. You need to be able to like approach the right support that you need. You need to have that right information to be able to be on ground. That's what I struggled with initially because I didn't have the information and I didn't know what to do. But at the moment when I had it, that I attended the first drop-in section with Pearl, everything started being sorted gradually. And it's been fine since then, really.
Excellent, great. So, and I'll just reiterate there because it's helpful, I think, for new arriving students to really understand some of the services we have available. So we've mentioned the drop-in, and I believe that Pearl will also often run drop-ins specifically for certain groups of students, such as the MSc Nursing students sometimes. Pearl is our graduate teaching assistant who specifically works with international students. She's an international student herself, having studied in her home country of Ghana and then come here to study a master's, and she's now studying a PhD with us as well as working. So she's a great source of support. You've mentioned your personal academic tutor or PAT, and then also the academic skills development team also have drop-in on appointments available to help students with their academic aspects of the work. So there's lots and lots of layers of support. And as you said, it's just a case of asking, and I would say it's really important that students remember, don't struggle on your own, but ask for that support. So on your course, you undertake clinical placements. I understand you've had one placement and you've got another one to come soon. Is that correct?
Yeah, very correct.
And how is that?
Talking about placement, I would say it's been the best part of my course so far. We are different human beings. We have different methods like that we learn. Placement for me has helped me understand new skills, build on my new skills, test my practice skills, if you know what I mean. Like, this is your supervisor, you having to do this, and you've been shown the right way to do it right there and then, and you've been put to do it again to get it clear, if you know what I say. It gives me more confidence about being a nurse. I must tell you that the both placement I've had, like my first placement was in 2 sections, the community and the ward placement. Both team has been very supportive. I had this worried initially when I was going for placement, like, oh, how am I going to cope? My accent coming from Nigeria, how is it going to be like? How will I interact with the patient? How am I going to interact with the staff there? But my worries were founded really when I got to placement. They were very loving, very welcoming, down to earth. They were there to take me through every step and bit to make me understand what I needed to do. At the end of my 8 weeks of placement, I felt like, oh, they should just extend this placement for, because I was enjoying it. I was loving it. Like, I had more confidence after that 8 weeks, and I'm looking forward to my next placement that is starting soon. It's been great. Yeah.
I'm really pleased. And I think with the health professions, it's often a very steep learning curve on placement, isn't it? And it's where it all comes very much to life. So that's wonderful to hear. And I'm so glad you've had great experiences. Can I check, Juliet, what field of nursing is your study?
Mental health nursing.
You're a mental health nurse, right? I got you. Okay. So that might be a variety of settings, mightn't it? And actually, any of the nursing routes would be a variety of settings. You may be in a hospital setting or a community setting, in people's homes, or in various different kind of clinical settings, can't you?
Yes, really. Yeah, you're right.
So I'm aware of time. We need to kind of wrap this up a little bit. So one of the things I just wondered if we might finish, Juliet, if you've got any, what would you say are your main tips, your best tips for somebody who's arriving to Huddersfield as an international student to study any course, but also particularly a health course?
Yeah, I've got quite a few tips that I will say to them. First of all, when I say to them that it's gonna be easy when they come in, that's me trying to lie. The thing is, you need to first of all say to yourself that you want to do this. Different things works for different people. Mm-hmm. When I saw that the workload was much for me, I said to myself, one thing first. First thing first. I do stuff that have close deadline before attempting to do others that the deadlines were far off. Right. Yeah. I learned to prioritize my academics over working, because this academic of a thing is 2 years, and after that I have all the length of time to work. So I prioritize my academics over working. So before I go to bed on a night, I make a list of what my tomorrow is going to look like plan for the day ahead, so that I don't wake up being disorganized or running behind schedule. Right. I believe any student that is able to come into the UK, bear in mind that your academic first before working, you're going to do great. And learn to ask questions. When you ask, you'll be able to access loads of information that are available to you that will be of great help. So why I struggled initially was I didn't ask. I didn't even know what to do, and I was struggling alone. You don't have to struggle alone. Ask. There are lots of support available that you will use, and you realize that it's not as difficult as it seems. It's not even as hard as you think that it is. You just need to ask. You just need to prioritize your academic. You just need to take it like first thing first. I have this stuff. The deadlines are fast approaching. Let me sort this out before this. Don't go and struggle on your own. You're keeping quiet. You're just gonna oh, I can't do this. If I can do it, I'm a mother. I can do it, then you can really do it. Come into the UK, study with Huddersfield or any institution you want to study with. You enjoy it. It's quite lovely studying here because we've got loads of support, loads. When I mean loads, those are the things that keeps me going, really. There's loads of support available to you as an international student. You're going to enjoy it. Just give it a try.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. That's really, really helpful, Julia, and I'm sure that our prospective students will find it helpful too. Thank you so much.
Thank you too, Jackie.